Hello, everyone. This video will talk about the three different types of projects that we have for Mass Communication 100. I'll be going over the exam formats closer to when we have our first exam, but I wanted to go ahead and explain how the three projects work so that you don't have any questions about that. So, as you may remember, 60% of your grade is three exam grades, and 20% are discussion post, 10% is a media project, and 10% is digital literacy worksheets. So, let's talk about that 40% that is non exam grades. So, your discussion posts are very important because it's one of the ways that you will learn about the content that will be on the exams. Now, the discussion posts follow the same format every week, but some weeks you'll have only one discussion post, some weeks you might have two. So, every original post, every time you're responding to the question that I ask originally, you need to do that by Friday of that week by midnight. Then, once you make your original post, the opportunity to reply to other people who have posted will pop up in Canvas. And so you need to reply to two different people by every Sunday. Sunday at midnight is the deadline for peer replies. And so, what do each of those look like? Well, to earn all of your points, which is 10 points per discussion post, you need to post your original post on time by Friday at midnight. You need to post your two replies on time, Sunday at midnight. And then you need to provide quality responses to the questions that I ask, provide quality responses and feedback to your peers, and be professional and respectful of all opinions and beliefs. The discussion posts tend to be where I ask some more controversial questions where we can actually discuss and, learn about what other people think about a topic. And so sometimes, we might have some sensitive issues that people will disagree with each other about, and that's fine. I really encourage there being civil disagreement in a class so that we can all learn different perspectives that are different from our own. But the key to that is that we need to listen to other opinions. We need to be respectful of those opinions. We need to write professionally. And ultimately, if you disagree with someone, that's fine. You just have to walk away from that conversation, respecting that they have the right to believe what they believe. So, for original post, make sure you're answering all of the questions that are being asked. So, I tend to ask a lot of questions within one post. You can answer my question within bullet form. That's fine. I'm not expecting essays, but make sure you're answering in full sentences. Use proper grammar. Make sure your responses are thought through. I don't want to see just, a sentence or two that you shot off right before midnight because you forgot that the deadline was coming up. Instead, I need to see that you're understanding the material that we covered that week in the reading and in the lecture. Again, opinions are fine. In fact, they're highly encouraged, but make sure you're backing them up with facts, either from secondary sources or readings or lectures, things like that. And make sure, of course, that you're being respectful. In the replies, make sure you respond to two different people. If you just respond to one person, you will have points taken off. There is a reason I'm asking you to respond to two different people. You also want to try to respond to people that don't yet have replies. What happens in Canvas, because of the way the system is made, is the first person's post will always be on top. And so when you go to reply, we tend to reply from the top of the discussion board, which means the first person that posts tends to get like 6 or 8 responses or replies, and the person that posted last gets none. We want everyone to feel included in the discussion. So try to respond to someone that doesn't yet have replies if at all possible. Try to say more than just, yeah, I agree. That won't count for quality content in a discussion response. And so you need to explain why you believe that you agree with this person or why you disagree with this person. The discussion board posts are really here to learn from each other, to make the understanding of the content just a little bit deeper. And in order to do that, it really relies on you guys providing quality responses. Now, let me show you some examples. So here's the response that we'll actually have this week. Hold on, I need to leave student view to do that. So, for example, this one's not controversial or anything, but I asked this week after watching the introduction of our course, considering the following prompts. What are you most looking forward to? What are you most familiar with? How did you get that knowledge? What don't you know a lot about but want to learn about? And what are you looking forward to least? That means you need to provide the answers to all of these questions. There are about 5 or 6 questions in one post. So make sure your original post answers 5 to 6 different questions. Then, once you actually reply, so I can make my original post here. Okay. Of course, I'm going to provide quality content, but I'll post my reply. And then once I'm ready to reply to other people, I just hit reply under their name, type reply here. Okay. And keep in mind that you will not be able to see anyone's post until you actually post yourself. So that keeps you from being able to steal other people's answers. Sorry, people. But that is why we do that. Okay. So that is our discussion board post. And like I said, they are a very important part of this course. So please take them seriously. Now, the second part of our projects is our media project. And this is actually a semester long aspect of the course. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail because the actual assignment overview is pretty detailed itself. But I wanted to just make clear that you have 7 different things that you can potentially do to meet the qualifications of the media project assignment. So you can do a media log with an analysis essay after. You can interview a media professional and write an article about their profession. You can create a chatbot, and there are some guidelines on how to do that. You also have to watch a few instructional videos and respond to those. You can create a 360 video story sphere, which allows you to do an interactive video story. This one does require that you have a smartphone, access to the Google Street View app, and a desktop computer. So keep that in mind if you're choosing that one. You can produce your own podcast about an event in media history. You can write your own blog about an event in media history that you find interesting. Or you can do a social media analytics report for an organization, a nonprofit, or even a celebrity's social media account. And in order to do that, I think there's 7 or 8 steps that you have to follow. So keep in mind that that one is a little bit lengthier, but it is really good to learn about how to do analytics. And if you're interested in going into PR, that could be a really good one for you. So those are the different options that you can do to finish out the media project assignment. Now you can find all of those by going into the module called semester media project. And you will want to start right here where it says media project overview. And I have a document for you here that outlines all of the different descriptions. You can see that they're pretty detailed, and decide which one works best for you and what your knowledge base is. Now, you need to keep in mind that I am not teaching you how to do these different projects. They are self guided. So pick something that you feel capable of handling and doing on your own. Of course, if you run into something, if you're creating the chatbot and it's giving you an error, please reach out. I'm happy to help in those circumstances. But if you have no familiarity with coding, or let's say you don't have a smartphone, then those aren't going to be good options for you to choose. You should choose a different type of project. So really think about what you're capable of, and what you can teach yourself to do over the course of the semester. So in order to do this project, keep in mind that everything except the media log will require me to approve something on it. So for instance, the media professional interview, I have to know who you're interviewing before you actually do it. When you do the chatbot, you have to do it around a particular topic. And so I need to be able to approve your topic. Same with the 360 video story sphere, the podcast, and the blog. And then I will need to approve your client content for the social media analytics report. All of that needs to be decided by January 25th. And you can see in Canvas, you already have the assignment slot for that, and it's due by midnight on January 25th. So get those in. Once you are approved for your semester media project, you can work on that project as you have time. We typically don't have content that we will be working on during exam periods. So your exams are usually on Mondays, which means you have the rest of the week free. You can take that Tuesday through Friday and work on these media projects. And so that's a good way to use your exam week time. The project will be due May 3rd at midnight. And I know that sometimes people are like, wow, these all sound really cool. I want to do, multiple of these. Well, guess what? You have the opportunity to do multiple projects and you can earn extra credit for the ones that you do outside of the one that's required. Just see the extra credit opportunities file, which is in semester long resources. You can earn up to 100 points in extra credit opportunities throughout the course of the semester. And there are many, many other types of opportunities offered there. So feel free to do that. Our final project is digital literacy worksheets. And the reason that I am assigning this is because digital literacy is becoming increasingly important. There's tons of misinformation and disinformation out there in the digital world right now. And we consume so much media through digital spaces now that we really think that we are experts in it. And yet we know very, very little about the digital world around us. And so it's really important that we have kind of a crash course in how we should navigate digital information so that we are learning how to properly use that information, how we can prevent being swayed by misinformation or disinformation, understand how we can be manipulated by websites and companies, how we're being tracked, and how we can protect our own privacy. We also are producers of digital content ourselves. And so we need to be aware of these things so that we are ethically practicing um, digital literacy as producers of content as well. So, in order to help us gain this knowledge, I have found this series of videos that I think is really great. They're really informative. I try to pull and just do like a digital literacy module, but honestly, John Green is hilarious and I wouldn't be able to do these videos justice. So I just want to use this as a resource for us to work from. He has 11 different videos on digital information. There is an intro video and then 10 videos that are actual modules. They're between 5 and 15 minutes and they're funny. I mean, John Green is a very funny person. So you will just watch each video, and as you're watching it, you fill out a quick worksheet and then upload it into Canvas. Each one is worth 10 points. So you can see that if you go into the module on Canvas, there is a digital media literacy project module. It provides the overview of the project here, a grading rubric in case you're wondering how I'm going to grade those. And then the worksheet is the very last page on that. There is a link to the YouTube playlist of all these videos. And then each worksheet, 1 through 10, has its own place to upload the assignments to, and you can do that. And they are all due on March 1st. So you can either upload them all at the same time or you can upload them individually, whatever works best for you. Do keep in mind that the worksheet that you need to use is in this file that I've circled up here. That is where you can find the worksheet that you'll need. It looks like this, and you'll need to put your name, the video title, 3 major things you learned from the video, how you hope to apply what you learned in the video to your own digital practice, and then provide a real world example of what they're talking about that you have seen out in the real world of digital information. And so I hope that this helps build our digital literacy skills, which can really help us as we are using media, as we are producing media. And honestly, these are business skills that will help get you hired once you leave as well. So I really hope that this will be an informative and fun project for us to learn from this semester. So You have made it all the way through week one. Congratulations. I want to make sure that you do read the assignment overviews that are in those folders. So I've attached those in the Canvas module for this week for you to glance over. And then I also attached the reading for chapter one. You'll need to do that by Monday. Make sure you do all of your discussion posts. Original posts due Friday, replies due Sunday. And that's it for week one. You survived Mass Communication 100. Congrats. I'm really looking forward to this semester with you guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. I hope you have a great first week here on campus, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful spring semester. Have a good one.